Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, Disney. Yep, we're talking Disney again. And after shoving woke politics down the throats of consumers, Disney's favorability rating takes a massive dive. This is coming from Josh Berger from Bounding into Comics. Shout out to them. They produce some great articles. So, yes, Disney's favorability rating has taken a massive dive. Since last year, a new poll has revealed, which sees the company's approval collapsing from 77% to an embarrassing 33% amongst respondents. Unsurprisingly, these are not the results that mainstream media outlets are or wanted to focus on. For context, the poll was commissioned by NBC News and conducted by Hart Research Associates Public Opinion Strategies from the 5th of May through the 10th of May, asking a total of 1,000 adults a series of questions in relation to politics, political figures, and Disney. Ukraine President Vladimir Zelensky, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, President and Vice Presidents of the United States Biden and Harris, respectively, as well as former President Donald Trump are amongst the political figures mentioned in the poll. Conversely, other institutions and political affiliations mentioned in the poll commissioned by NBC include the United States Supreme Court, Democratic Party, Republican Party, and Disney being the only corporation named. Florida Politics published an article pointing to one of the results obtained by Hart Research Associates public opinion strategists, which showed that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis was edged out by Disney in terms of popularity. According to the article, the poll showed Disney outperforming DeSantis in overall popularity, with 33% for Disney and 28% for DeSantis, which is accurate data found in the NBC commissioned poll. The article was shared on social media by Florida politics publisher Peter Skorsh, weird name, with the caption, "The mouse is greater than the governor." NBC News poll, Disney edges out Ron DeSantis in popularity, attempting to put their own spin on the poll's results. Media strategist Giancarlo Sapo was quick to call out Scorch's post, writing on his personal Twitter account, "Yikes, I've polled Disney and cannot emphasize enough how abysmal these numbers are for them." Sapo even shares a screenshot of the poll commissioned by NBC to drive his point home, writing, "Disney's name ID is 100%. Their favorable and unfavorable rating was 77 to 21, plus 56 to last year. Their positive negative rating is now 33 to 30, or plus 3. Entertainment brand ratings should be on par with politicians," Sapo also pointed out. Writer, filmmaker, and researcher Christopher Rufo echoes Sapo's sentiment, taking to social media to support the notion that Disney's favorability rating has dropped considerably in the last year, attributing to massive dive due to the company's incessant pandering to the woke mob. The share of Americans with favorable impressions of Disney has collapsed from 77% last year to 33% today, notes Rufo, adding, "This catastrophic reputational damage and a warning to other companies about the cost of going woke, introducing pandering identity politics, shoving all of this stuff down the throats of kids and whatnot," is basically what they're talking about with the woke content. Constantly pandering to groups while they're not truly supporting them is also another example of wokeness. In a series of follow-up tweets, Rufo's doubles down on the particular statement, adding Disney, which built a family-friendly brand over the course of a century, is now less popular than both Joe Biden and Donald Trump. It's stunning. Brands typically have much higher favorability ratings than political figures, he added. But when Disney started to promote left-wing racial and sexual politics, it soon had a favorability rating roughly equal to the most polarizing national politicians. A lesson there. The particular section of the post Rufo is referring to places Ukrainian Vladimir Zelensky, the president over there, on top of the favorability chart with a total of 62% favorability, followed by Joe Biden with 37%, Donald Trump and the United States Supreme Court tied with 36%, and Disney with 33%. Rufo went on, "We will see if this has translated into financial consequences at the next quarterly earnings report. The most recent quarterly earnings reported only covered through April 2nd. Before, the leaked videos drove the media cycle, and before the DeSantis legislation. The leaked videos Rufo brings up in his tweets were shared by himself in March of this year. As shown in a material obtained by journalists, Disney's president of general entertainment content, Carrie Burke, and others admitted to having an agenda that seeks to push gay and queer content in programs targeted to children. In one of those videos, Burke, who claims to be the mother of transgender and pansexual children, wonder how that works out, because sexual identity and sexual preference doesn't usually come until a child achieves puberty and whatnot, but whatever. And pointed out how important it was for her to have many LGBTQIA characters in our stories. I'm here as a mother of 2 queer children, actually 1 transgender child and 1 pansexual child. If they are children, this woman needs to be arrested for trying to push sexual preferences onto her children." She disclosed in the midst of Disney and the state of Florida's war over Florida's parental rights and educational bill that leftists has falsely labeled "Don't Say Gay." She continued, and also as a leader, and that was the thing that really got to me, because I heard so much from so many of my colleagues over the course of the last couple weeks in open forums and through emails and phone conversations. I feel a responsibility to speak not just for myself, but for them. She would later admit, "We have many LGBTQIA characters in our stories, and yet we don't have enough leads and narratives in which gay characters just get to be characters and not have to be about gay stories." That's been very eye-opening for me. I can tell you it's something that I feel that perhaps has this moment not happened. I as a leader and me as my colleagues would have not have focused on going forward, I certainly will be more so. The bill the parental rights bill, signed by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, banned the teaching of sexual orientation and gender identity to students in kindergarten through 3rd grade, or in a manner that is not age appropriate. So yeah. In Florida, we not only know that parents have a right to be involved, we insist that parents have a right to be involved, said DeSantis as he signed the bill into law Monday, the 28th of March. In yet another tweet, Rufo pointed out Giancarlo Sapo's tweet calling out Florida's politics article, writing, "We have demolished Disney's reputation. The company's favorables are down an astonishing 53 points." And Rufo is not wrong in his assertions. He's been actively taking on Disney's woke practices and was the one who brought to light the company's not at all secret gay agenda. In an interview with political commentator and talk show host Megyn Kelly, Rufo said that he'd been eyeing Disney and their political agenda for a while, declaring that he reported on the company's internal employee training program, and that was saying that America is fundamentally a racist country. I do believe I did report on that a while back about how Florida or Disney was actually pushing the critical race theory thing about how white people are inherently racist, which is not true at all. According to Rufo, Disney's woke program was telling white employees to complete a white privilege checklist and address their white fragility, only to then openly support a number of fashionable left-wing causes like defunding the police and decolonizing your bookshelf. Really? Rufo also said that one of the most egregious and shocking examples of critical race theory in the workplace came from Disney when he explained that once he got hold of the leaked videos provided by his sources within the woke company, he knew that this is some exclusive information that people need to hear. In a more recent tweet, Rufo shared two of his tweets in the format of "how it started, how it's going" meme, bringing attention to the post he made on the 30th of March, pitted against his most recent post about the company's collapse in favorability last year. "We are waging a moral war against Disney. We are turning half of their customers against them," prophetically wrote Rufo in March after he shared the company's leaked videos. Rufo's original posts were also retweeted by Jordan Peterson, who asserted, "And not a moment too soon. How many children do we need to sacrifice to our narcissistic delusions of tolerance?" Peterson further inquired. "See, Disney exec claims that her children are trans and pansexual." He went on, pointing out Burke's comments seen in the leaked videos, adding, "Now imagine what she must be like." Utterly well-deserved and perhaps a turning point, Peterson also said, as he retweeted Russo's comparison, hoping maybe the woke moralizing of the corporate elite will slow. What do you make of Giancarlo Sapo and Christopher Rufo's comments and favorability ratings taking a massive dive in the recent poll? Let us know your comments. Well, my thoughts are it's well-deserved. Disney has betrayed the trust of parents and people everywhere by shoving this agenda in our face when it is up to the parents themselves to actually decide what is appropriate for their children to learn about. Me, personally, I grew up with a parent who was part of the LGBTQ. I'm from a broken family, and one of my parents turned out to go the other way. So I learned about that early on, and I grew to be very tolerant of it. However, I still do believe that it is up to the parents to teach about people's different lifestyles and about sexuality and stuff. That is not up to a school. That is not up to a corporation. That is up to the parents. And I think that every parent watching this video should definitely question whether or not Disney is worth supporting now, because they want to force your children to learn about this without your consent. Anyway, folks, that's going to be the video. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think of this? Do you support Disney in their attempts to shove all this content in our faces and down our throats and to shove this stuff into the minds of children who are not yet able to absorb any of this or in any of its entirety? Or do you think that maybe Disney should know its role, shut its hole, and just focus on entertainment as a whole and stop trying to pander? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below, folks. This has been Orange Hat Reviews. Stay humble.